So now that we've got 100 random more races in the books, we're gonna go through the years of cars, starting with 2013 on a 2013 track. This video is brought to you by GTAcars.net. Now with Dark Mode, it's the #1 place for vehicle information for GTA 5 that I own and run. From top speeds to advanced metadata, it's got everything that you need and more. Explore it all with the link in the description and pinned comment. A little bit scary being in the mid-pack here. We are going to be doing a harmonic start. There we go. So, yeah. For the next few random more videos and races, we're going to be doing random select races with custom classes where all the cars in each class are from a different year of release to GTA. So starting with 2013, and we're starting with the very first car that everybody drives in GTA 5, the Snowy Rancher XL. We're on a 2013 track. This is Drag Kings of Los Santos that I created on the day that the race creator was released in 2013. So there is a crossover. It is going to be a little bit of a different experience, but I think it fits the theme quite well with the 2013 cars. We had to have a track from 2013 as well. And yeah, there's a wide variety of cars in this one, this first one, because we tried to have every single class every single class represented, apart from obviously planes, helicopters, whatever. What the... The Benson. First commercial vehicle, commercial class. Thanks to Dinmite as well for helping me set this up. So yeah, we've got one car from every class, but there's two cars from a few other classes like supers and sports and things. But we've tried to go for like the classic vehicles, the most well-known vehicles, and everything that you're going to see in this race was released when the game was released in 2013, except actually also 2013, but not when the game was released. The Beach Bum DLC. There's a few vehicles from, maybe one or two vehicles from the Beach Bum DLC. There was only 3 vehicles released with that DLC, so. But yeah, all 2013 cars, and then the next random more race is going to be all cars from 2014, then 2015, 2016, and so on, until we get to them all. We're going to do up to 2022, and then we'll wait until 2023 is over, and then I guess we'll do one of these every year once all of the cars from that year have been released. Oh, really? God damn it. The understeer got me there. Alright, Barty 801. We did include motorcycles as well. So yeah, I figured it was I've wanted to do this for a while. Have, go through the years. Have random select races where all the cars are from specific years. We do have the Dozer as well, of course. There's the first one that we've seen. It's here. Just to add a little bit of extra spice. Oh, God. Oh, this is scary. Very scary. But yeah, this is something that I've wanted to do for a while. Have a random select race with all the cars from each year in each race. God, I keep forgetting about the bad brakes on the bikes on Project Homecoming. And I thought the perfect time to do it was after we've hit 100 races in the Random More series. Obviously all of these are going to fall in the Random More category because they're all random select and everyone gets the same cars by the end with all the same caveats that it'll all come together at the end of the race. And probably whoever gets the Dozer last is going to be in the lead of this race in the late stages. But yeah, we're going to go through all of them. 2013 to start, then 2014, 2015, all the way through to mark episodes 101, 102, 103, and so on. And I thought adding the Dozer was, a fun little addition. Yeah, fastest car in the game, as everybody thought back in 2013. Red Dozer, Red Dubster. Very different pace performances there. To be fair, it wasn't even the fastest car in a straight line back in 2013. The Z-Type had the highest top speed. So everyone who thought the Adder was the fastest car in the game didn't even have top speed to fall back on. So yeah, like I said, we've tried since it is the 2013 version of this, we tried to hit every single class for this race, and also to create a wide variety of, pace performances for the cars, so we get big gaps and then it all comes together by the end. But obviously when we get to 2014, 2015, the car selection that we have to choose from is going to be a lot less, because it's all going to be DLC vehicles at that point. So we thought for the 2013 one, we got to do every class that it's possible to do, at least in terms of the not planes or boats or things like that. Obviously the Dozer is representing the industrial class. We've had the Benson for commercial. Fire truck will be for emergency. All these classes that exist, but you can't use them in races for whatever bizarre reason. I think it was the tour bus that we have for service, not the taxi. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful from the Feltzer. That's up in the second. Very nice. As some of the faster guys who were early, in the front positions early on get slower cars. I've still got that Dozer lap to do though. We're not planning to do, I saw that question in the chat, we're not planning to do a track from the year every time. Obviously we're going to do it for the first two, because there are specific tracks that we can use for that. So this track was my first ever created track, created on the day that the creator was added to the game back in 2013. There aren't many tracks still around that were created in 2013. And then we do have a choice for 2014 as well, but then after that I think we're gonna remove that restriction and just choose tracks that will work, just because getting into the nuances of trying to find a track from 2015 and then trying to find a track from 2016, it's going to get progressively more difficult, I think. But yeah, at least for the first two we can keep the track theme to the year as well. Alright, Super Diamond. There's another Dozer. That was a slow lap. The fire truck's going to be a slow lap as well. I've gotten a few of the slow cars out of the way. But I think I've made too many mistakes, especially with the Benson and the Barty. I've made too many mistakes to think about winning this one already. It would be nice to win one of these yearly races, but I'm just not quick enough. People like Locke and Mild and Ferris Stanley, they're quicker than me. So when it all comes together by the end, I don't have the random all luck to rely on. So you never know. Maybe we'll get one win by the end. We'll see which year it might be, if I can sneak a win sometime. Probably more likely to be one of the earlier ones because I like a lot of the earlier cars in comparison to the later cars. But I think it'll also be interesting to sort of every couple of weeks we'll look back at the cars that were released in that year. So we get to have a look back at all the 2014 cars and then all the 2015 cars, Now we're seeing all the cars that were in 2013 when it was released. Apart from the Bifter, that was DLC. That wasn't a release vehicle. Good old Dilettante representing compacts alongside the Blister, actually. You can see what's behind me. A clown van representing vans. I wonder how many people have had dozers at this point. We're only coming on to lap 10 out of 25. Z-Type. The old classic. The vehicle that used to be the fastest sports classic class car. The vehicle that used to have the highest top speed in the game in 2013. What dethroned the Z-Type? It was the Shafter V12, I think, wasn't it, in 2015? So the Z-Type had the highest top speed for a good 2 years. Only discovered that in the fact-finding video though. Top Speed Exposed it was called. One of the early videos where it was like a wow moment at the end. Z-Type's faster than the Shafter V12. Oh, it wasn't even the the Shafter V12 ended up being the fastest sports car, I seem to remember. What beat the Z-Type for overall top speed? I don't even know now. It's so long ago. It's crazy to think it's been all these years. The 811 would have beaten it. Piss was a the Piss was a Dominator. I think that was the first. It was the Piss was a Dominator. Held the top spot overall for top speed for a while. Oh, I chose wrongly here. Use respawn. And then the 811 took it. The X80 was never the highest top speed car, for those suggesting that in the chat. And then the 811 kept it until the Pariah, and then the Pariah kept it until the Weevo Custom. I think the Pariah's had the longest stint as the highest top speed car in the game. 900 hours before the 811. Oh, maybe. Again, it's it's difficult to know when things were released these days and what was the number one at any given moment, especially when they're in separate classes. Right, baller. The old best SUV. It was on pace with the Radius. SUV races back in 2013 were quite fun because you had the high power of the Baller and the crazy grip of the Radius balancing out at the top of the class. Why not use your spreadsheet to check since you have sorting based on date? Yeah, let me just do that. Let me just load up the spreadsheet as I'm racing around. That'll be really easy to do. Fire truck. You could do fire truck races on GTA 4. Can't do them on GTA 5. No emergency class selectable in races for whatever reason. Right, that's enough wee woos. You got your wee woos. I think it'd be fun to be able to do fire truck races. It was fun on GTA 4. Are you counting cars from each DLC or going off release date? I'm pretty sure we're going off release date because we're using GTAcars.net. Plug GTAcars.net for all the info you need, which shows the actual release date. So some of the vehicles that have like a release date in early 2019, but they came from the DLC in 2018, we will use the 2019 date. The Sadler. Had to include the Sadler. Still the #1 fastest car in the utility vehicles class. It's the only one that still has its crown. The Zion kept it for a long time, but then got beaten by the Previon very recently. But the Sadler, it still has the #1 spot. Undefeated since 2013. They added the Slam Truck as well to try and beat it, but it was way off the pace. The king will never be dethroned. The fastest utility vehicle. Full stop. No changes since the beginning. And the Bifter, the first ever DLC vehicle we got alongside the Paradise in Vans and the Kalahari in the off-roads class. Both came with the Beach Bum DLC, the first DLC in the game. Damn, we're getting some dozers now. Am I going to be one of the last to get a dozer? I'm in third. The Beach Bum DLC was the first DLC, and it was the only DLC that came out in 2013. And it was for, like, everything was given for free, I think. There was no price on the vehicles back then. How things have changed. So many dozers to dodge around the lap now. Alright, into second. Exemplar, the previous best coupe back in 2013, especially before the spoilers update. Spoilers only gave traction midway through 2014 when Rockstar changed it with one of the updates. Before then, spoilers didn't used to give any extra traction, so the Exemplar, whether it was stock or custom, was like the pick for coupe races. Alongside like the Zion and Felon and stuff that were still there or thereabouts, but the Zion, the Felon, the Jacko, they all got big boosts to their lap time when the spoilers, they had increased traction. But the Exemplar doesn't have access to a spoiler, so it got shafted a little bit. Alright, Gauntlet. Where's the leader? Wild. 30 seconds ahead. Can't have had his dozer either. I think the top three, none of us must have had the dozer yet. So it was the Pisswasser Dominator that took the top spot. Okay, thank you for checking that out from the Z-Type. I thought it was. That sounded right. Go inside. I'm scared of everything that's going on outside. This isn't quite the full 2013 experience just yet. At the moment, because the trackers had lampposts removed. This one, the true 2013 experience, would have lampposts falling down all over the place, but it's a much cleaner way to do it this way. We used to play this track a lot. It was always good fun. There it is. The F620. Ah, kept it in for the memes. Oh, there's Mild in his dozer. Into the lead in the F620. God damn it. God damn it. Of course that was going to happen, wasn't it? Of course. God damn it. I must be one of the last to get a dozer. Like, me and Igor behind. He's got the Benson now, which I had early on. The Blister, still dodging the dozer. We do have the finish all laps setting on, so everyone will get to do all of their laps. It won't end when the winner crosses the line. And we'll just have that on all the time for these more random select style races where everyone gets the same cars by the end. It's just the best way to do it. Still haven't had the Crusader representing the military vehicles class. There wasn't much in military back in the day. I think there was only 4 cars when the game came out. It was the Crusader, the Rhino tank, and then is the barracks in military? I don't know, I can't even remember, but there wasn't much. Bonk. Yeah, that was a good old clown van bonk. So I've still got the Crusader to go. I've still got the Entity to have, actually. The barracks and the barracks semi. Yeah. Hot knife! Hey, man. When they used to lock cars behind the collector's edition of the game, you had to buy the most expensive version of the game to get the Hot Knife, the Carbon RS, and the Chameleon. I had to use somebody else's to test them back in the day, because I didn't have it. Hot Knife was one of those 3. Understeer Central. Thankfully none of them were on the pace in their class, so it wasn't quite pay to win, but oh, Ego's got the batty, so back into second. Where's Mild at now? 11th. So there must still be the top 10 who haven't had dozers yet, because he was in the lead, or at least a good portion of that top 10. Is it going to be mine this time? Nope, Crusader. Yeah, I've still got the Entity to go. We had to have the Entity. The quickest car back in 2013 for lap time. Everyone kept thinking the Adder was the fastest and would use Adders in races, in random races. Then anyone who actually knew was using the Entity and dominating. So I guess I've got one of the fastest cars still to go with the Entity and the absolute slowest with the dozer. Oh, the Elegy. Igor's got the Elegy up in front. I totally forgot about that. I don't think I've even seen one. I've still got that to go as well. Here we go, the fastest supercar and in general fastest car in the game back in 2013. Rolling back the years with this. So I've got the Elegy, the dozer, and something else. But I don't know what that something else is. Mild and Locke having a good old battle here. Benson versus Tour Bus. Outside overtake. And that's probably the battle for the eventual race win, no doubt. Oh, he got stuck behind the dozer on the infield section. Igor now in the Sadler, so he still hasn't had his dozer. There it is. Wasn't quite the last lap. Staus, get 2 more laps to go. At least I got a good little boost. There it is. How far? Oh, dozers for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Wow. And 7th and 9th. We're 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes ahead of everyone who didn't have a dozer. Duel of the century, I know. Well, the SNES is in 4th. I'm in 2nd. But we're a lap apart. I'm a lap ahead of SNES. But we're right next to each other, both in dozers. That's the dozer effect. We were all only in these positions because we hadn't had our dozers yet. Igor's got his dozer in the lead as well, so it's all coming together at the end, as it usually does. Oh, he's faster than me. It's the bloody FPS effect, isn't it? Because I'm at higher FPS, 85, so I'm going to be slower than those running at a nice 60. God damn it. I didn't realise it gives me that much of a... That's a... No wonder I struggle in these races. If it's this much of an effect in slow vehicles, I need to figure out a way to be able to lock it to 60. Or just go higher. Slowest overtake in history. Dozers on both sides. People trying to get through. I'm still in 2nd. I'm surprised I haven't been overtaken yet. It's going to happen on this straight. How far down the order will I fall? Mild. Is it Mild and Donald are battling for the win at this point? We'll have to see how it all shakes out as the last laps start. Just cap at 60, by the way. I mean, I've explained it plenty of times in previous videos and streams. It doesn't look very good. It doesn't work with my setup 60. Otherwise, I would have done. That's why I go to 85 FPS. Because it looks better for you guys. Even though technically 60 is quicker than 85. Until you get to about 120. I am going to spend some time looking at it though, trying to figure it out. Alright, so I'm still in 4th. No, I've just gone down to 5th. Come on. Alright, Peyote. Damn, it was a slow car that I have. Locking the Benson behind. Igor still in his dozer in 1st place. He's held out. Oh, damn, this Peyote's quick. It's quicker than the regular Peyote on vanilla GTA. So last lap's going to be the LG RH8. The best sports car in the game back in the day that again people couldn't handle. Going to be a dicey final lap. I'm going to have the Elegy. What's going to be in front of me that I can think about overtaking to try and maybe get a top 5 out of this? That would be nice. Okay, RBS in the Dilettante. We're battling over 6th. Elegy Oh, he's got the entity. Damn. What's ahead? Sadler, fire truck, dilettante. There might be some positions to gain on the last lap. Yeah, it's really come together. There's the fire truck. There's 6th. There's 5th. Super Diamond, the Sadler block. Mile takes the win. Come on, Elegy. You don't have good top speed, I know. There's 5th. Top 5's always possible. Acceleration to the line. Damn, that was an exciting finish. GG's. That was fun. Top 5. Top 5's always possible. Right at the death. 2 seconds separating 4th to 6th. That was fun. That was really intense towards the end. There was such a wide variety and selection of cars in that. That worked really well as a random select race. Like when you can, like those races are the best as random selects, where you've got a wide variety of cars, such that the pace differences are quite big, so that everybody stretches out, and then in the final few laps it all comes together and you're all wondering who's got what left. That was fun. I think without the Benson and the Barty crashes, I might have been in for a podium, but I don't think I you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll win one of these yearly races, but we'll see. Either way, we're going to continue this trend now that we've got 100 random ball races done. We'll continue doing 2014, 2015, 2016 cars. It should be some good fun. I'm looking forward to it. There it is, the last lap dozer to finish last, and actually all the way. He was 12th, so he's gone from 12th to stone dead last by getting the dozer last. Ouch. That was fun. I'm looking forward to doing these. Let's see if I can keep the top 5 streak alive, at least for these yearly random races. Adder fastest car confirmed. Wait, did Ferris Stanley say he was in the Adder? Oh, I was in the Adder with that 54-second lap. Wow, yeah, Adder fastest car confirmed. He got the best lap in the race. Wow.